Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
First is 7 o'clock. We are starting you off with the weather. I don't know if you could hear the rain coming down on your roofs this morning, but it is a little wet out there depending on where you're traveling. Our state got some much needed rain overnight, and we are taking a live look now right through Hartford. It almost looks a little foggy out there.
Yeah, got some reduced visibility as well, Nicole.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this rainy Tuesday morning. I'm Nicole Nalepa. Scott, is more rain headed our way?
It certainly is throughout the day today. For probably the next 10 to 12 hours, we're going to be dealing with bouts of rain on and off throughout the day. So make sure you grab that umbrella and grab a windbreaker too. It's a little breezy out there. You need a jacket. Temperatures are only going to be in the upper 50s and low 60s. We've continued to add up the rain gauges, which is pretty good. A lot of towns picking up close to a half an inch of rain. Litchfield is one of them. Woodbridge and East Hartford closing in on 4/10 of an inch. Lebanon, not as much rain there, but we're hoping to add to that total. And you can see the temperatures raw in the upper 40s and low 50s. So let's take a look at our Channel 3 early warning dual pole radar. We do have some rain. This was captured at about 7 o'clock this morning. We have rain in Windsor Locks right over the radar site there, the only live Doppler radar in Connecticut. Vernon, right over 84, right around 60, exit 65, 66. You guys are dealing with some of this wet weather right now. We'll take you down a little bit further to the south and west, and you've got it in Farmington. You've got it in Burlington. You've got it in Unionville and parts of even Avon and Simsbury and Canton, picking up a little bit of that wet weather as well. And even further down to the south and west, we've got a bout of rain right over Stevenson, Seymour, Beacon Falls. You hear that rain, Nicole? It's right on our rooftop here in Rocky Hill. So just grab that umbrella. The visibility, as we were just talking about, is down 2 to 3 miles with that fog out there, and there's a breeze out of the northeast, which is not a favorable direction for us. And you can see those rain icons are with us through the day today, right through 3 p.m. There could even be a little lightning and thunder in spots during the day today. Remember, you see lightning or hear thunder, you head indoors. We're not expecting severe weather during the day today, but nonetheless, there could be some lightning and thunder. All right, temperatures starting off in the upper 40s, low 50s, which is better than normal. 42, the typical overnight low, but it just feels so raw out there, and the numbers are not moving too far. And look at that breeze adding to the chill out there, anywhere from 10 to 18 miles an hour. We did have one gust, a couple of gusts, 17 in Danbury to 20 in Waterbury. So more poor visibility shots for you. You can see there's our Hartford iCam. Stores, you guys have much better visibility, but boy, is it wet there on the campus. And we'll take you to New Haven right now. You can see the roads are all wet there, so keep your speeds down. All right, you can see the rain coming in from the south. As I move it out, you're going to see that rain. It's materializing just to the south of Connecticut, and that will continue to work its way through the state. So, and then there's the frontal boundary. You can see it pushing through parts of Pennsylvania. That's going to knock this system out of here, and we're going to enjoy some much better weather Wednesday and Thursday. So here's Futurecast through noon. It's raining through 5. It's raining. And then right around 7, 8 o'clock tonight, the rain turns off and we start to see some partial clearing late. Daytime highs today climb into the upper 50s, low 60s. Periods of rain. It'll be cool again. Tomorrow and Thursday look great. Mostly cloudy Friday with rain developing in the afternoon. Heavy at times Friday night through Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon looks good, as does Sunday and Monday. Here come your shoreline highs, pretty equivalent to where we're headed inland. All right, that's a check of your early warning forecast. Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Moving on now to developing news in New Haven, where an 8-month-old baby is recovering this morning after being left in a dumpster. A 24-year-old woman we know is in police custody now and due in court today. Investigators say the woman is not the baby's mother. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal has the latest on the investigation.
A disturbing discovery at the Presidential Gardens apartment complex on Dixwell Avenue. An 8-month-old baby found in a dumpster outside this New Hallville building Monday afternoon. The infant was first found by a tenant throwing out the trash. The tenant notified this eyewitness, and they removed the girl from the dumpster, then called police.
Basically, coming out of shock. You can tell she was freezing in that trash.
Police rushed the baby to Yale New Haven Hospital. Investigators say the 8-month-old is being treated for burns to both hands. Detectives determined a 24-year-old Hamden woman put the baby in the dumpster. But right now, police say they are still trying to figure out who is responsible for the child's injuries. Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Again, thankfully, that baby is in stable condition. We'll continue to follow the latest on that. Also, overnight, state police say a car was pulled out of the water at the Jackson Cove boat ramp in Oxford with a person inside. Right now, we are still waiting for some more information on that person's condition, including what exactly happened. So be sure to download the Channel 3 app for updates as they come into our newsroom. Right now, nurses at Bacchus Hospital are on strike. The nurses union and the hospital have been in contract negotiations, that is, since June. The union accuses Bacchus of unfair business practices and says that they're still trying to reach a deal on issues concerning patient care and workplace safety. The nurses say this was a last resort for them and that their patients are their top priority.
We've asked Bacchus Hospital to come to the negotiation table several times with fair and comparable wages so that we can recruit and retain staff so that when we're at the patient's bedside, we can give them more care and the love that they deserve.
Bacchus Hospital says it will remain open and will continue to operate as normal. The hospital's president also issued this statement, quote, "I apologize for the concern that I know this is creating for our hospital, our nurses, and our community. We remain firmly committed to reaching a reasonable agreement," end of quote. Now, the strike comes as southeastern Connecticut, particularly New London, has been experiencing an uptick in COVID-19 cases. State leaders say contact tracing shows the virus is being spread at family gatherings, shared lunchrooms, and carpool situations. They say anyone who doesn't feel well should get tested. And let's check out the latest coronavirus numbers here in Connecticut. Right now, we're dealing with a positivity rate of 1.4%. And since Friday, nearly 1,100 people tested positive for the virus. 21 more people were hospitalized, and there were 2 COVID-related deaths over the weekend. Overall, in the Northeast, cases are up 40%. There will be no in-person classes at the University of New Haven this week after a recent increase in cases there. All students living on campus must be tested for the virus. All meals will be takeout only, and students who commute may not come to campus for any reason. And new from overnight, Johnson & Johnson is putting its coronavirus vaccine trial on hold after a participant in its study suffered an unexplained illness. In a statement, the company said an illness during clinical trials is actually not uncommon and is expected with such a large number of participants. If you remember, AstraZeneca had a similar issue earlier this year, and they have since resumed the overseas portion of its trial. Those are some of your top headlines on this Tuesday morning, this rainy Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning into Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on that Channel 3 app. Have a great day, everyone. Stay dry.